I've heard that a lot the last day. It's not okay to split. We expect to, sweep at home, and it really felt like we had a chance to. Game one, we make 5 errors, didn't play great, and then game 4, we gave up 8 runs in 1 inning with a couple, 2 or 3 errors in there. Obviously, listen, we played better this past weekend than what we had the last month or so. So there was some positives there. But glad the regular season's over. It's definitely not the regular season that we wanted to have that we're accustomed to. But now it's a completely new season. And listen, if we play the way we did on Saturday, and then 8 of the 9 innings on Sunday, the rest of the way out, listen, this team's going to be a really tough team to beat. I've said all year this is an extremely talented team. All the pieces are in place. You saw, listen, Isaac Keene threw phenomenal this past weekend. Even Gavin Pringle on Friday threw really good. We had a lot of guys step up this past weekend. Maddox Hoagland's been really good his last 3 outings, so those are some positives there. We're still, I thought on Saturday we played phenomenal defense. Sunday for 8 of the 9 innings, I thought we played phenomenal defense. It's all going to come down to, can we play defense and can we pitch it? Because you saw, listen, Angelo State's one of the best teams in the country. I think they're number 1 or number 2 in all the polls, and they are really talented. They are a really good team. They've got phenomenal pitching. They play really good defense, and they're tough to defend just because they do put a lot of pressure on you. But listen, we can play with anybody in the country if we're playing our best baseball. And listen, from here on out, we got to play our best baseball, because at the end of the day, if we lose 2 games in any given weekend, then we're done for the year. And our guys know that, and I think this team can go a long way if we play good baseball.
Last week you talked about it. You said you wanted to see LCU again. That's who you get again. How motivated are you guys to go in?
Listen, every weekend we got to be motivated, because now we're playing for our lives. Listen, we're not going to make a regional unless we win the conference tournament. That's just the reality of not having a great regular season. That's where I kind of feel like we're at right now. And Lubbock Christian's a really good team. They really are. But do I feel like we are too? Absolutely. Do I feel like this team can go on the road and win a series? At the end of the day, we got to go win 2 out of 3 a series on the road. That's what we preach to our guys all the time: win a series on the road and sweep at home. And that's where this program needs to be. We haven't been that way this year. But I think late in this year that hopefully we can be that team, and that's what we got to do. We got to go win a series on the road.
Looking at that previous series, Lubbock Christian, you guys easily could have swept it. You were in every game. So what do you take from that series as you get ready for this one?
Listen, every series is a completely different series. We know Lubbock Christian, obviously, with us playing them last weekend. They've seen our pitching, we've seen their pitching, and I feel like it can be a good matchup. Obviously, they swept our butts at their place, and really it hurt our regional tournament chances without winning the conference tournament. So it was a huge series for them, and they did a phenomenal job last weekend or 2 weekends ago of kicking our butts, to be quite honest. So hopefully our guys are motivated to go down there and win a series.
What are the pros and cons of playing the same team over the course of 2 weeks?
Obviously, it's equal for both teams, but we have seen their pitching. They've seen our pitching. That makes a big difference. Their field is pretty much set up the same way our fields are. That's the biggest thing with baseball, especially in West Texas. The way the fields are set up, the way the wind is. The wind plays such a factor in all games. Y'all should know that. I've talked about it all the time. You saw it this past weekend. The wind was blowing in most of the time, and I was really worried going into the weekend that set up really well for Angelo State, because they have 170 stolen bases or whatever, and I thought we did a good job controlling the running game as far as that. But Lubbock Christian, again, they play on a turf infield. Obviously, their outfield's grass, but they got great facilities there. Everything sets up. It's hopefully we can just go on the road and win a series.
Got some key contributors getting ready to graduate out back. Ryan Johnson, what is this group of seniors next?
Listen, as frustrating as this regular season has been, obviously we were 30-20 for the regular season. I never would have dreamed that we'd have that record, but it is what it is. But those guys, no matter how bad it seems like this regular season's been, those guys are great leaders. They've done a phenomenal job of keeping this team together when things could have went really bad. It could have even been, we could have been 20-30 pretty easily the way we played some of the year and stuff. And a lot of that I contribute to those guys. I mean, they've done a really good job keeping this group of guys together through some bad times and everything. So those guys are unbelievable, not only baseball players, but they're unbelievable student athletes. I mean, and just quality young men, and I love them to death.
You had some great anthem singers this week and some young girls out there. What'd you think?
Yeah, they were phenomenal. I forget their names. I wish I remembered their names, but the first grader and the fourth grader, man, it was great crowds this weekend. I really appreciate everybody coming out. It really was a great atmosphere. You know, the weather wasn't great on Friday, but then Saturday and Sunday it was really nice weather, and it was some good baseball. Besides a few innings here and there, I thought we did a good job and played some good baseball, and hopefully we impressed the crowd, and they'll want to come back. You know, obviously it'll be next year. It looks like at home.